Hello everyone and welcome back to our blind let's play, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and this is game 1 of the Ace Attorney trilogy. We had to cut last episode because we went too long as we played to the very end of the segment. Will we get to the end of the game or not? Will we get all the answers or not? Only one way to find out. So let's not waste any time and let's jump right back into it. What is the murder weapon? Oh my goodness. Oh. I mean, what else could we possibly choose? We've chosen everything. The blue badger? Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, you know you're reaching at straws when you pick the blue badger, right? I mean, that's just ridiculous. A photo. Wait, that worked? Hey, I'll tell you the truth. I was just gonna go down the list and pick things, and this was the first thing on the list. Why? Huh? The answer lies in the past, 2 years ago in the past. Right here inside this picture. Why couldn't we just have selected the trophy or the vase? I mean, This is a picture of the awards ceremony. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. It's a tip. And it's flat. That's a broken knife. That's where the other broken knife comes from. I get it. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order, I say, we'll have order. Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chose after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh, that's something that I was guessing at a while ago. But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. Yeah, that was the main problem with the speculation that I was thinking. Well, that's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Hold it. Wait, who said that? Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. Witness? Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you, show me your evidence list again, please? His, list? You know, the one with that picture scribbled on the back? All the dots. I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list was torn in half at the time I drew this picture. We know it's not the blue badger. All this time, I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss Skye? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. Emma's recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with his knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure he saw his shadow. How did you see a shadow? Doesn't make any sense.
This is certainly most unusual.
Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. Well, that would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Yes, well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Stop, please. Don't pursue this any farther. Lana?
What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky. Huh? We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back.
Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Emma's recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark. Yes, at least I think it was him. You think? All I could really see was shadows. The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports.
So then you...
I panicked and I rushed towards both of them. Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that Dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. What do you mean, you think? It all happened so fast. And I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur. Miss Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. Oh, I see. Oh, no. I see where this is going. Emma is the one who killed Mr. Marshall, thinking it was Dark. Oh, dear God. This ain't good. I know why Lana wants to stop this trial. But she didn't know. But at the same time, she didn't remember it. So Lana's trying to protect Emma from remembering that she killed someone. Is that it? Because that's what I'm thinking. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next?
Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's what I saw, the blue badger. Are you sure about this? Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him here. But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. That is all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before, somewhere. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother. Just when you thought that this thing had caused enough commotion.
Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Oh. Oops. Messed that one up. The blue badge didn't even exist 2 years ago. So what exactly did Emma see? I've got all the evidence. All that's left now is to put the pieces of the puzzle together. I missed that last line. Shoot. Wrong button. His shadow. So you mean you didn't actually see his face with his winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But what's the point is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. If so, then by all means, please tell us what the shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger, really? Sure, why not? I just might know. The blue badger hadn't even been dressed up when Emma drew the picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright?
In this room. Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in the instant?
Let me go to profiles. Could, 3 horns. No. He doesn't have 3 horns. So it's not a person. I don't see anything that has 3 horns here.
Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike.
Oh dear God. I'm sorry, I've been going for an hour and I had to use the restroom. Okay, so what looks like the blue badger? Not that. What looks like that though? I mean, this is something that I was wondering about earlier and I don't see. I mean, unless it's the upside down gaunt with his 3 golden buttons, I don't really see where we see something that looks like the blue badger. He mentioned it was in the courtroom, but I don't see anything. No, it's not that. Could it be this? I mean, if you rotated this just right. I mean, you have the 3 dots, right? If you spun it around the other way. I mean, that could look like a face, right? I don't know. I mean, that looks like a, that kind of looks like a jester's hat. And when I spin this around, I had it so good a few minutes ago. I mean, that... Well... I mean, you got the dots here. And that's the only thing I can think of. And our evidence is kind of slim because all of this evidence here was from the previous case, you know? I mean, I can't think of anything else other than this vase. Because nothing else has that look to it. Like, this doesn't look like 3 dots. I mean, I'm a dot master. I say all the dots all the time. And I don't... Yeah. The only thing I see is a vase. And it has blood on it. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this.
But that's... what exactly is that?
I have no idea, but it's the only thing that could conceivably be 3 dots. I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint?
Our viewpoint?
I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this form. Did I already do that? I feel like I've already done that a couple times. Oh, I gotta show it like this. This is not easy. So, like that? This isn't right. I gotta make them all look like the badger. Allow me to remind the defense, this case hinges on the witness's drawing. Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew. We cannot accept this claim. I gotta find just the right angle. Maybe I should rotate it vertically a bit more, or horizontally. Come on, Mr. Wright, you can do it. I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this form. How? Oh! What if that's it? What if I went around and I did it the other way? Sort of like that. I mean, that kind of. Because you got the top part sticking out. It kind of looks like that. No, that wasn't it. Oh. I thought that was a good match. I mean, what if it's upside down? What if it's upside down? Because look, the curvatures on the right and left side of the blue badger has like a slope downwards to it, like an arc. This could be it. No, come on. I get the feeling that's right, but maybe I did it in the maybe I did it in the wrong way. Like maybe I had to have it with the face on it. What if I had to have it like this? Did I already try this? I think I already tried this. How do I... So maybe just upside down like this? No, come on, what am I doing wrong? At least I'm not losing health bars from this. I mean, like, the balls on the side have to emulate the badger in some way. Like this? What am I doing wrong? Could have swore that's what it looks like. Wish I could rotate it. Oh, like that. Oh, I can't rotate. I'm so dumb. That was on the bottom screen the entire time. Why didn't I see that? No. No. I mean, are we trying to make it look like the blue badger in the picture or the blue badger in the, in that? Because now I'm confused on what exactly we're trying to do. What about that? No? It's clearly we gotta make it look like the top. But how? I tried this. And the two eyes are missing anyway. What if we went around this way? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like I've been doing the right things, but I'm not doing it the right way. Like, honestly felt like this. No, not this. What was it? Was... trying to turn it the other way to see if I can make it look different. But I can't see. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm gonna give it one more shot. If I don't figure it out, I'm gonna go look it up because I've been on this for a while now. And I'm not really sure how to make this. I'm not really sure what the game is asking me to do. I mean, obviously we had to make it look like the picture above. But I tried so many different ways to make that happen. I'm not really sure how to make it happen. And of course, this music's playing non-stop. Like, I just get the feeling that you're not supposed to present it the way it's presented here. You're supposed to present it the way it's presented in the picture. Not this picture, but the other picture. Alright. I will be right back. I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm doing wrong, because obviously I am stuck and I can't figure it out. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is a bit tricky, and I'll try to see if I can remember what I saw. But apparently, you're supposed to angle it in such a way, but it's got to be like this. So it's got to be angled a little down. I don't know if this is right or not, but it's somewhere like this. No, that's not it. Darn it! I mean, even though I saw a picture, I can't replicate it. How do I make this work? I'm pretty sure I had it the right way. I just didn't have the right angle, maybe? Nope. Be right back. Alright, take two. Yeah, it seems to be really sensitive on how it's supposed to be. Because you are supposed to use the bloody side. But you gotta show enough of it. Okay, so I lined up the picture the best I can with the picture I'm looking at on my TV screen to try to get the exact image I'm looking for. And this is as close as I can get it to what the picture I saw works. There we go, finally! Man, that is really finicky on how exact it has to be. But I see it now, it's a head. Well, is this a miracle or what? Yeah, there it is. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. No, it can't be. That was really tricky. So you had to line it up so exact. I remember a puzzle like that, and I think it was the Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. But in Virtue's Last Reward, I didn't need to be super exact on the picture. And I even was worried about that when I was lining it up. I was like, I wonder if this is gonna accept or if it has to be like precise. But I did it on the first try, or I think I did on first try. That may be me misremembering to make myself feel better. But I remember I could get it to work and Virtual Last Reward, but in this game, that was pretty dang tight on the matching.
Order, order! The defense is proving its claim. The mysterious blue badger witness on the day of the crime was actually this.
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So, that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. No, Emma didn't stab Marshall. Emma killed Marshall by hitting him over the head with the glass jar. Ah. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well, then. Please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? The murder weapon. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar?
Where?
The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gaunt. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Well, yeah, yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gaunt's office. Oh, really? Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gaunt's office to Lana Sky's office? Well, yes. Why would he do that? There is no reason. Exactly. Huh? If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason.
Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright?
I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. And the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying?
Well, that would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the well.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? Ah!
The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword.
Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there was another possibility of what actually transpired in that room.
Another possibility?
How many times can I be wrong in like an hour? Oh well, keep going. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. All the dots. I don't know if I can go through with this.
Mr. Wright, what's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually prosecutor Neil Marshall, Emma killed him by accidentally knocking him into the suit of armor. Oh man. Oh. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? No! Oh. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented.
Poor Emma. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. Huh? If you recall, it was you who had admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you have hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence.
If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. Huh? We certainly can't get dead people to testify. Anyone know a necromancer? This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. He's got a plan. Touché, Miss Skye. Of course. That only leaves us with one possibility. Huh? You mean there's still another possibility?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another. That's impossible.
Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist?
I got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. It's got to be in the evidence somewhere. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister's a murderer? Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Huh? Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. Yeah. No matter how painful it may be. Well, I'm glad to see you back on this instead of, you know, telling how I'm torturing the girl.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased.
Oh, dear God. The piece of cloth? This is a message from the deceased. It's the only thing I can think of.
Right. Now then, this is the message from the judge.
Oh, I thought that worked. Oh, I guess I wasn't right. I so thought that worked with that, with the way that worked. I mean, with the way you paused and everything. Would have had been in written form. You better be careful or you might wind up deceased yourself.
Well, let's try this again. Now then, please show us evidence.
Written form. Goodman's note? No. That was the second crime. I am... It's gotta be this message. I don't know what this message means. Could that be a fingerprint? That dash? This is a message that was up behind.
This is that blue badger from before, right?
I thought he was gonna say no again, that's why I just skipped that. Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar.
What do you mean?
If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. I see it! I see it! Oh my God, I see it! Did you guys see it? The way that was. Maybe. This looks like an E. That looks like an M. And that looks like an A. E. M. And A. He was trying to write the name Emma. I think that's it. Oh, the dots. Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. See, that looks like Emma. That line looks like an M. You couldn't see it before, but from this angle, that clearly looks like an EMA.
Yes, there's a line here, drawn in blood.
So, what you're saying is these dots were once lines. I am good with dots, I'm telling you, it is. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used a few precious moments left behind to leave a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points. And the victim's message will become apparent. I hope they give me like a line connecting game. No.
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us?
Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I gotta connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances. His murderer's name. Yes! Oh, this is so cool. Connect this. 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 Like this. Yeah? It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So, this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Oh, man. Oh, this sucks. Told you I wasn't ready for this.
Well, of all the people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life
Was Emma Skye. All makes total sense. We see you, Worthy. Can't say I didn't warn you. You bastard. Chief Gaunt. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Heck. Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. And whose fault was that? But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. Excuse me? I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. Wait, what? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may see, this fact cannot be denied. What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault?
Order, order, I will have order, order!
The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. To be continued. Are you serious? There's more? Oh my goodness. Holy cow. You know, I was told at one point that that this trial is basically kind of like the entire second half of the first game, and holy cow, it is. I recorded nonstop this episode because I was expecting the game to end and I didn't want to, you know, disrupt the flow of the game, and I find we're not done yet. So yeah, this is probably a two-part episode. Thank you all so very much. Wow, this, oh boy, this is the thing that's happened. Well, hopefully we'll find out in the next episode, and maybe just beat the game. We'll see. Until next time, my friends, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.